Hi, I'm Decadent Kent Madula, and today I'm going to show you a little bit of exploration of Dr. Jose Rizal's journey to Spain. Sit back, relax, and still your minds with new learnings about Dr. Jose Rizal's life. The journey of Dr. Jose Rizal to sunny Spain in 1882 to 1885. It all started when Rizal finished his fourth-year medical course in the University of Santo Tomas. He was disgusted with the antiquated way of teaching in the Dominican-owned university, full of cruelty from the professor and racial discrimination. With how things are going, Rizal decided to complete his studies in Spain for two reasons. First, Spain at that time had a written constitution which granted human rights, freedom of speech, press, and assembly. Second, he was given a secret mission with the approval of his older brother Paciano. The details to his mission was to keenly observe the life and culture, languages and customs, industries and commerce and government and laws in the European nation in order to prepare himself in liberating his oppressed people from Spanish tyranny. The few people who knew about this other than his older brother were Antonio Rivera, father of Leona Rivera, his sisters Saturnina and Lucia, Valenzuela family, Pedro Paterno, Mateo Evangelista, Jose Cecilio, and Ateneo Jesuit priest. Jose Rizal sent his farewell letters addressed to his parents in sweetheart Leonora Rivera shortly after his departure. On May 3, Rizal departed on board the Spanish steamer Salvadora bound for Singapore. During the voyage, the ship captain Donato Licha befriended him. Rizal described in his travel diary as an affable man, much more refined than his other countrymen and colleagues that he met. On May 9, Rizal arrived in Singapore. He stayed at Hotel de la Paz for 2 days. Later, Rizal transferred in another ship called Gemna, a French steamer on its way to Europe. May 17, the Gemna reached Sri Lanka. Rizal was unimpressed by this town and labeled it lonely, sad, and quiet. The following day, Gemna departed and reached Colombo. From Colombo, Gemna continued voyage and crossing the Indian Ocean to Africa. Rizal cited the barren coast of Africa, which he called a hospitable land but famous. It took Gemna for 5 days to traverse the Suez Canal. On June 11, Rizal reached Napoli. This Italian city pleased him because of its business activity, lively people, and its panoramic view. A day later, June 12, the steamer docked at French harbor of Marseille. Jose bid farewell to his fellow passengers, and on the afternoon of June 15, Rizal left Marseille by train for the last lap of his trip to Spain. A day later, June 16, he arrived at his destination, Barcelona. His first impression of Barcelona, the greatest city of Catalonia and Spain's second largest city, was bad, since he stayed at the dingy inn. But later, he found it to be a great city with an atmosphere of freedom and liberalism, and its people were open-hearted, hospitable, and courageous. He also enjoyed promenading along La Rambla, the most famous street in Barcelona. Some of the Filipinos in Barcelona were Rizal's schoolmate in Ateneo. They welcomed him by giving him a party at their favorite cafe in Plaza de Catalonia. After the customary exchange of toast, they told him of the attractions of Barcelona and the customs of the Spanish people. In return, Rizal gave them the latest news and gossips in the Philippines. Upon staying in Barcelona, Rizal wrote 3 articles under his pen name and sent to his friend in the Manila who works in Jarion Tagalog. The first was Amor Patrio, love of country. His friend was very impressed that he asked him for more, which was followed by Los Viales Travels Madrid Review of Madrid. However, on November 29, it was returned to him because Jarion Tagalog was seized for lack of funds. Paciano sent a letter with advice to Rizal to finish his medical course in Madrid, and such result enrolled in Universidad Central de Madrid for medicine, philosophy, and letters. He also studied painting and sculpture in the Academy of Fine Arts of San Fernando, took lessons in French, German, and English under private instructors. He also practiced in fencing and shooting in the Hall of Arms of San E. Carbonelli. He thirsted for knowledge of music. He visited the art galleries and museums and read books on all subjects, including military engineering, in order to broaden his cultural background. After months of being a lonely young man in a foreign country, Rizal had a relationship with a woman named Consuelo Ortega y Perez. But before it blossomed into a serious affair, Rizal backed out for two reasons. Reason 1, he was still engaged with Leonor Rivera, and reason 2, his friend and co-worker in the propaganda movement like Consuelo, and he did not want to ruin the relationship over a pretty girl. In 1882, shortly after his arrival in Madrid, Rizal joined the Circle of Hispano-Filipino, also known as Hispano-Philippine Circle. It is a society composed of Spaniards and Filipinos. Upon the request of the members of this society, he wrote a poem entitled Me Piden Versos, or the Ask Me for Verses, which he personally reclaimed during the New Year's Eve reception of the Madrid Filipinos held in the evening December 31, 1882. In this sad poem, he poured out the cry of his agonizing heart. Rizal had a tough life in Spain. He lived frugally in spending his money on food, clothes, lodging and books, never wasting his money on gambling, drinks, and women.